and I'm yours truly, MemeMichelle. Oh my God, I missed y'all so much last week. Come on, sit on down.
No problem.
The back team, the Steeno.
Okay.
What's up, Biz? So, I missed you guys last week. Thank you for tuning in. You got your phone, Renee, in case they ask questions. We don't have a camera person again. Nobody loves me, but that's okay because we're going to make this thing work. Thank you for tuning in. Get involved today because today we're going to have one of the hottest topics, one of my favorite topics. But before we start with that, you know, a lot of y'all been asking me about my hair because I've been wearing it curly. Go turn the thing on down, Renee. Yeah. I've been wearing my hair natural. I've been using Curls Blueberry Bliss. Now, they're not sponsoring me, but I love it so much. I'm going to let y'all know it is wonderful. I've been wearing my own hair for a minute. I don't get used to it because next week I will have some hair in because it's about that time.
It is cute.
Well, thank y'all. And it stays soft and I don't look like Florida Evans by 4:30 anymore. This is since yesterday. My hair stays curly. I mean, it is the bomb. So I'm going to post on my page right now. If you go to CVS, if it's a CVS in your town, they got 25% off. So I'm going to post that coupon. Good looking out, Curls Blueberry Bliss. Hook me up, hook up sister. But we're drinking, but you know, he don't drink anything. So that's my boy. So he just has lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
But me and Renee, woo, let me say, if you go to the Dominican Republic, get you some Bear Hug. You know, we've had Bear Hug on this show before, but this is the Barbados rum infused with cranberries and blueberries. And we ain't got nothing in it, but this is amazeballs.
It really is.
Man, word.
It really is.
Get you some. Go to the Dominican Republic and get you some Bear Hug. Now, this is my guest panel. These are my friends, and we've been friends since the early 80s, and that's why today's show is growing up in the 80s. This is Renee, and this is Dennis, Biz, what else you want to be called today? But these are my babies, and I love them. How long we been knowing each other, y'all?
Since 1984. I think I met you in 1984, both of y'all.
84, you was 84,
80.
83, 84, 84, 85, I think.
Right when school started.
Yep. So, tell the story about how I met you, Dennis. Come on.
You have to tell mine.
Well, I think I was one of the, during that time, one of the best rappers in 80's. And I think I was rapping it in front of your house.
Yep, at the bottom of the steps. I lived in Townwood Apartments on Beach Nut. Yeah. And let me tell you, I still remember that line.
What was the line you mean?
Full moon, 2 3/4. I still don't know that. I still don't know what that means. It was him and Polo P.
Yeah.
And you, Polo P, you know who you are.
Yeah.
But I was like, who is these people down at the bottom of my steps?
Keeping about it
We
right.
was jamming though.
Yeah, y'all was jamming. I was like, okay, they got a little skill. And then Renee, let me tell you about Renee. So, I was friends with her cousin Margie first. And then her brother moved down here. I think, did he move or was he visiting for the summer?
He probably came out at the same time, or
Yeah.
but he just probably wasn't hanging out with
No, he wasn't here first.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, who is that? Ooh. And I liked him and he liked me for about a week.
She said,
because, you know, I wasn't, experienced in that department, and so he broke up with me. But anyway, I didn't want to do that. I wasn't ready for that part of life at that time. But
I
so
met you through Margie.
Yep.
Out in the
and she was getting ready to bite him and said, "Who put this hickey on your neck?" And it was me. And so we've been friends ever since. The music that I met her we was listening to Lottie Dottie.
We like the party.
We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. But oh my God,
Music crew.
The 80's is like the last, I think, era where people had fun.
Right.
You think that?
I think that, and I think that the 80's were the last era where the parents felt safe enough to just let you be.
Yeah.
Go outside and play. We would stay outside for
hours
and hours. In the summertime, we would be outside till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And we would be fine because we were just right in the apartment complex.
Yep.
And
they had this little thing called the gazebo. That's where the buses used to pick us up. But we would hang out there. We would battle against each other. We would break dance. We would race up and down the parking lot. Because at that time, nobody really lived in a house. I think your mom lived in a house, didn't she?
No, not
at that time. So
we did. We did
y'all
on
lived in
Sharpcrest.
y'all lived in a house.
Yeah.
But mostly everybody stayed in apartment complexes. So we would all, congregate at one particular apartment complex, whether it was mine or it was her, because you stayed in what, Beechnut?
I want to say it was Willcrest Place or something.
Yes. And that's where because we all come from different places. I came from St. Louis. He came from Chicago. She came from Jersey. And none of us had swimming pools at our disposal back then.
Right.
And to move to A-Leaf, big ups to A-Leaf. Oh my God, we love you.
To be able to get in the pool anytime you want.
We
had to drive the long way to go to the pool.
Yeah, we did too. And it opened and closed. It was like a city pool. But we swam all night long. And nobody came and kicked us out. And we knew at night it was to be quiet. Right. And a lot went down at the pool.
I think actually that was A-Leaf was really like a real melting pot because we had
people from
everywhere,
Midwest and West Coast.
Yes,
and it seems like everybody was a transplant. And you may have come here maybe a little against your will. Like your mom was just like, we moving.
Because it was like
for bad circumstances.
When we first came together, we lived for the summertime to go home and visit.
Right.
To see our friends that we left. But then it got to a point where I
don't want to go.
I don't want to go home.
Now I have new friends.
And I'm telling you, everybody who was friends, we are still friends.
It's evident.
We just had the A-Leaf reunion party on my birthday, and it was just like no time passed.
But you gotta think that was the difference.
Yes.
In the 80s, it was more loyal. It was just more authentic.
It was.
Friendship meant something.
It meant something.
It was just serious back then.
We had our issues, but
it was,
for the most part, we had a great time. And I know every era says that. Like when my mom talks about the 70s. Because like I was just saying before we clicked the button, I was like, in the 70s, my mom's generation, they doo-wop. So they sang in 3-part harmony outside. That's how she met my dad. He was singing. We got together. We battled each other. We rapped each other. We raced each other. Like nobody plays stickball anymore. No, nobody does. No, nobody. Speaking of that, what's your favorite memory from the 80s? I'm gonna drink while you think.
Smith CMG said it was good times, no worries.
Yes, it was Commission. Cinnamon Lane.
We was all family.
It was I think my favorite era in the 80s was like the break and the hip hop. That was my favorite era because I was involved in 3 of the 4 elements of hip hop. I wasn't too much involved in graffiti, but DJing, MCing, and b-boying, breakdancing, that was it.
I tried my hand at DJing. For sure, I was an MC. I could sing. I could dance. I wish my knees were still like they was back then because I can drop it like it's lukewarm now. Y'all really hot.
Not hot.
What about you, Renee?
I like I like to watch the guys beatbox and dance. I mean, we would just like gather around and we would be in awe that they could rhyme like that. They could do the spinning and stuff on their backs and just the versatility. I liked all that, and I like the fashion.
Oh my God, we had
Shell-toe
Adidas,
let me tell you,
speaking of fashion,
the Levi's.
Come on.
Speaking of fashion, when you look at it, the 80s had such an impact that you still see some of that fashion.
You still see a hint of our fashion.
Curls.
The asymmetrical came back. Phoenix made a comeback. Vans made a comeback. The only shoe that I haven't really seen make a comeback that I missed was them shoes that look like bowling shoes. Come on, help me out. K-Swiss.
Okay.
You had to have.
Still wearing my K-Swiss.
You had to have 2 pair of K-Swiss when we was growing up. One for every day and one when you was about to stunt.
Right.
Because you don't want them to be dirty.
Right.
So you had 2 pair of K-Swiss.
They get that little.
They used to turn up like L shoes. They were done.
You had to get rid of them.
One of my favorite memories from the 80s is going to involve these nuts right here. You remember we used to walk to Ollie Middle School on Sundays to watch them play football and race each other?
I don't remember that.
Y'all played football every Sunday up there, and we would walk up there, and we would had to hop that fence. And no shade, I can say it now. I'm 47. I hated hopping that fence, but that was like,
what you had to do to be supportive of your friends.
Yeah, and so we would sit back and watch them race each other or play, flag football or touch football is what it was, and that was one of my favorite memories, I think. And the house parties.
Yeah.
Parties.
Man, it was like the house party started at like 8 o'clock. And we would be
at the apartment complex, the clubhouse.
Yeah. So the apartment complexes had clubhouses. And you could rent the clubhouse for like $50.
Right.
And if there was nothing wrong with the clubhouse, you got what, $45 back?
Yeah, basically.
So let me ask you this: who threw the best house party? Who threw the best apartment parties? You think? Because I got my idea. I think.
Come on with it.
The fresh female.
Oh, I remember them.
Yeah.
Lisa, Didi, and Detta.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they threw.
Shouts out.
Lisa.
Shouts out.
I think they threw some of the best.
I think so. That's the only one I remember.
Those are the ones I went to. But I think one of the greatest.
Lonnie Mac.
Yeah. Stigman had some great house parties.
Stigman used to throw them.
No, not Stigman. Come on, help me out.
Who you talking about? Burger? Not Burger.
No. Sammy Lund.
Oh, Sammy Lund.
Sammy Lund. No, he passed. Sammy. Oh my God, I love Sammy.
But his might have been later though. It was around.
Yeah. Sammy had. Okay, remember that house I lived in?
I remember.
That's where he said. And Sammy had some good house parties, and that was like.
I went to a few though. I know that.
Our house parties were banging, and they were like, we only paid $2 or $3 to get in, and we couldn't wait for the slow jam to come on because we wanted to slow dance with somebody.
Somebody you like.
Yeah, like everybody was doing the roll. Remember that dance, the roll? What was your favorite dance from the 80s?
Probably the prep.
Prep?
Yeah.
I think that one was my favorite.
Hey,
the skate?
I can tell you
the
something about
skate.
the
I
prep.
used to
Yeah, the
see
skate was
skate. You and Matt.
Yeah, me and Matt, we used to have contests. Matter of fact, I taught him. He's not going to say it.
You hear that, Matt?
I taught him.
You hear that, Matt?
But I was going to tell you, the prep, you remember Troy, too now, Troy?
Yeah.
I remember one time we was doing the prep in one of the house parties and the fans was low. You know, he tall and lanky. And he was doing the prep and got his hands stuck in the ceiling.
Oh my God, I think I remember that. Boy,
yeah, that was crazy.
That's when we had great music. That's when MTV was like a big staple in our lives to kind of bring generations together. Because once we moved to A-Leaf, it wasn't no black. I mean, it was like a bunch of nationalities. Let me just say that.
Right.
But I think the reason we became so close is because it wasn't that many of us at that time. So the relationships that we forged in A-Leaf, we kept.
Right.
But
they were sacred. Like,
yeah,
if you mess with one of us, it was like you mess with because we were just so close. More like it almost felt like we were cousins. We got so close.
Yes. And what else can I say about it? We
wait. You remember the jeans that at the bottom you flipped them over and rolled them up? So about the polo shirts, you buttoned up and left them unbuttoned.
And then you put the collar up, and then
you threw it back so your shirt would hang back.
Or remember the polos with the little buttons, and then you flipped your collar up and let the collar be up. Because he was saying straight legs. That's nothing. I mean, skinny jeans ain't nothing new. We call them straight legs.
Right.
But a lot of us couldn't afford straight leg jeans, so what we would do is we would turn our jeans inside out and either sew a seam, or we would put them on, fold them, and then roll them,
and then roll it up.
And baby, and that was with your Vans. We was clean, baby. You couldn't tell us nothing, not a thing. Y'all, what y'all think about the 80s? Hit us with some questions.
So Sheldon says, fondling great skate.
Come on now. Remember A-Leaf? We had Fame City. A-Leaf was the first.
That's at Teen Club in Fame City, just hanging out at
Circus.
Yeah.
A-Leaf was the first. We didn't have to go to Astroworld, but before we get to Fame City, let's talk about Astroworld.
Ooh, you get dropped off in the morning and just stay there all day.
Stay there all day.
And have a blast.
Yeah.
And then they had the water park. But A-Leaf, we had our own water park.
Yeah, but Fame City reminded me of back in the day when it started going. Fame City reminded me of that part on Paid in Full when all the cars used to come through. You know how they had that. That's what Fame City reminded me of, because you had everybody there.
Because that's what I had.
Hustlers, you had everybody.
Everything. And what if you was at Fame City, you was doing something.
Yeah.
You was doing something. So if you could go back in a time machine, what would you do or change?
I don't think I would change anything if I went back, because I just had too much fun. It was just authentic and real. I don't see any problems with what was going on then. We used to have fun.
It wouldn't be nothing that you would do that you regret that you didn't do. You did everything.
I did everything. I did everything. I mean, there's nothing I missed out on.
What about you, Renee?
So I had a great time, and I wouldn't change anything about the good time that I had. I think I would have focused more on school a little bit more, because I was so busy having so much fun.
Yeah, I was focusing on school too.
But I wasn't focusing on school.
Yeah, I didn't really focus on school either.
Like,
and I've told that story before, that I was so unfocused that I ended up leaving in the 10th grade because I wasn't focused. But one thing I would do, I could go back in the time machine. I could go back in the time machine. Remember I got on punishment?
Which time?
The time where I went to Missouri City to see a boy and he was supposed to bring me home. I told my mom I was going to Sharpstown on the bus.
And you did.
And I did, and I ended up being stuck over there and had no bus fare to get back. And so my mama had to come get me from over there. She put me on punishment from Halloween to Christmas.
A week?
No, Halloween to Christmas.
4 weeks? No, that was 2 months.
Yeah, from Halloween to Christmas. And the next day y'all came knocking on the door. Y'all had tickets to Astroworld.
And you couldn't go.
And I couldn't go. If I knew then what I knew now, I was already in trouble. I'd have just took my I'd have went to Astroworld. And I'd have just paid for it when I got it. I mean,
That's right.
I was already in trouble.
You were already in trouble. What was it going to go through?
What was going to happen?
New Year. That's
she was at work. I should have just went. I went to Astroworld. That would be my thing. So, me and Renee and Dennis were sitting here talking how the 80s transcended everything for our generation. From TV to music, drugs, disease, politics, movies, sports, you name it. When the 80s came, it changed the game.
Everything on its head.
It set the standard.
Yeah, it set the
That
stage
was the
for everything else.
for everything that's going on.
TV. That's when the Cosby Show came out. We were saying how when the Cosby Show came out, then we had a different world. Until the Cosby Show came out, I mean, I know they said what Bill Cosby did, and you know, yeah. But until the Cosby Show came out,
for us,
all we saw was good times.
The Jeffersons.
That's
was
my
mama.
That's my mama. Everything was like, what's happening? You know, it was like, what else? Sanford and Son.
Right. So it didn't have any positive images of black people actually doing well. Yet, like Good Times, they never could get a break. And if they got a break, by the end of the episode, it was over with.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get a steady job to take care of his family.
And then they killed him off, and she was a single parent.
Right.
And there was a lot of black people that grew up with 2-parent households. Right. Let's talk about Sanford and Son. Their house was nasty as hell. They was funny. But most black people I know
don't live like that.
Their house be legit clean. Like, and they mama didn't let you walk on the rug. When we was growing up in the 70s, they had plastic on the furniture. Yeah. You know, we didn't live like that.
That's right. And like, and for us, because we never want to be looked upon as because that's the stigma that we get sometimes, we're always taught, leave it better than how you found it.
Yes.
No matter what.
No matter
where
what
you
it
go,
is.
no matter what it is, leave it better than you found it. And so the stereotype about not being clean and not being this and that's false.
If we got to clean a lady straight up, no chasing real talk, we gonna clean up before she get there.
Absolutely.
Because we got a reputation in the street.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And even with the Jeffersons, they was like, we're moving on up. It was just like, you could get out the ghetto, but you was still hood. That's everybody that's black don't act like that. So when Cosby Show came, it was like he had them sweaters on. His wife was bad. They had stuff going on. I was like, this is how I see my aunties and uncles. This is how
it showed upward mobility, because I don't know if you remember, but when the Cosby Show first came on, Claire Huxtable was a stay-at-home mom. Then she went back to school and she got a law degree.
Yes.
And
then when A Different World came on, it was like, because I didn't go to college. You went to college, but it was the way for me to see, God, is this college life?
It made you want to go. I mean, they were having fun. You were just watching them deal with different issues on the campus.
Yes.
It was fun.
And then the stat said that Black enrollment of college was at its highest when A Different World was on the air, and that's why they were canceled. Not because it was, that's why they were canceled, because it was so many young black people not only going to college, but graduating.
Right.
They were walking, they were graduating, they were getting not just a bachelor's, but they were getting a master's and PhDs and doctors. They was just going to school. It was like, okay, this is what it is. So that what made me feel good about. So Bill Cosby, we love you for that part of your life. But we want to thank you for that.
So since you mentioned movies, what was one of your favorite movies in the 80s? I'm asking the questions now.
Ooh, in the 80s? What was my favorite movie in the 80s? Oh, man, okay, it ain't a black movie. We had, what was that? Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman Bell, yeah.
Oh,
then we had,
The Color Purple.
The Color Purple.
Oh, I'm missing the baddest movie.
Come on,
Beat
man.
Street.
Beat Street.
Crush
Crush
Groove.
Groove. That was the best one.
Body moving. Body moving.
And that was it.
That was my movie. I knew the whole movie.
Man.
Front to back.
Who didn't? Remember he had that broom? I was like,
how's he doing?
Where's the string? I just gotta be a string. And Turbo was cute.
He was.
Turbo was cute.
But I'm sure, look at that. Look how hip hop influenced the West Coast coming from
everything.
the East Coast.
It influenced everything.
And they had their different style, but it was still hip hop.
I'm still I was a hip hop artist. I wasn't a rapper. You was a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
I still like East Coast music. That is my favorite. Maybe because it was the original. I like lyrical content.
Right.
Feed me. I just need to know what you're saying. Not. I need to know.
What's it?
What is that? I mean, that music is fun, but
they have their own sound effects.
Skit. I mean, man, come on.
So back in the day, they actually had something they were saying.
Yeah.
They didn't leave it up to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't.
No.
I mean, they had a message. They were either talking about what was going on, what they were aspiring to be.
They talked
about drugs.
But I think it was more about creativity then. Now it's more about money. I mean, everybody wants to get. They gonna get paid.
But they ain't got no money.
No, but you know, they got more than what they had.
Right.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So when we talk about music, we go back to MTV. Do you remember the time where, we waited, this before BET, you talked about the rock box. Remember when the cable box was big and you just swiped it back and forth? That was the 80s.
HBO home box office.
Yep, that was it. But MTV was mostly like white videos, but that opened our eyes to a different sound of music. We had before that, all we had was we knew who Duran was by that time.
And you waited for them to
Phil
do
Collins, Duran,
but you waited for the moment when they were gonna spotlight Michael Jackson
or Prince or Run DMC.
And it wasn't all the time.
And sometimes we would sit in front of that thing for an hour
because they would tell you it's coming up, and
it never came up.
To the end.
Well, remember that Thriller video? Thriller changed the game for videos. It was like a mini movie. It was a mini movie. It was like.
And Mike was so brilliant.
Yes.
He was something else. He was phenomenal.
Yes. But that's when we had Run DMC. Come on, list your rappers you got, because I know you got some, Renee.
So, you know I got
she took notes.
So I got Run DMC. I got Beastie Boys.
Yes.
Public Enemy. Eric B. and Rakim. LL Cool J. Grandmaster Flash.
Yes.
Slick Rick.
Yes.
Cool G Rap. Don't sleep on Cool G Rap.
Don't sleep on Cool G Rap. He talked with a lisp, but he's cold-blooded.
No, he was really
KRS-One.
Yes.
Jay-Z wasn't as prevalent as he is now, but him and Nas, they were there.
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper.
Oh my God.
Big Daddy Kane.
Okay, there were female C's before then.
MC Light.
Oh my God, but
Light as a rock.
You got MC Light, you got Queen Latifah, Roxanne Shante, Moni Love. Oh my God.
It was.
A Sweet Tea.
Yeah, Sweet Tea.
I mean, JJ Fad came out.
She wasn't saying nothing.
But you forgot Houdini.
I got Houdini on there. Okay. Ghetto Boys, Curtis Blow, Africa Bambaataa. MC Light, Dougie Fresh, Biz Markie, Kid and Play, E40.
Yeah.
The 2 Live Crew.
Yeah.
You can't have that without Too Short. EPMD. You a customer? That was my jam.
Heavy D and the
Sugar
Boys.
Hill Gang.
Now think about all our rappers, our hip hop artists. They transcended to being actors. Some are advocates. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got Ice Cube. He's like a comedic actor now. Mm-hmm. Queen Latifah, comedic actor, drama. She had her own.
LL Cool J, look at him.
Yes.
MC Light, she doing that.
MC Light, she does all of, and she does a lot like the BET Awards. She's announcing a lot of things, commercials.
Yeah. I mean, our generation. Okay, we're gonna talk about some serious stuff now.
Ooh, Smith said, remember Astroworld concert and Run DMC?
Yes.
I was there. I was in the second row. I caught the towel that Run DMC used.
New Edition.
I had it hanging on the wall.
Let me tell you something. I still love New Edition. I didn't take my posters down until I was like 33. I took them down, but they were in a box. And one day I looked, I said, Mimi, you are 33 years old. So I kept like some of the like autograph stuff. Mm-hmm. And when I had, okay, you got to put it in the trash. That was a debate. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, I loved you to the end of time. And I'm coming to the concert this month in St. Louis. So be looking out for me. I'm coming. I need to send you a hashtag. I'm just saying t-shirt. I'm just saying hashtag that. But oh my God. So
80s were fun.
In the 80s, in the 70s, it was free love, right? That was the cocaine era. And where people was just having sex with everybody.
VD.
That's
the only thing you had to worry about.
All you had to do was get gonorrhea and get a shot, and then it was done.
Then AIDS came around.
In the 80s, it's like, skirt. That's the real skirt.
That's for real.
Man. And herpes, and they was like, herpes on that big shoe. Herpes was like, I got this luggage, it ain't going nowhere.
See?
I mean, it was like, so take care of yourself. Woo, what else? We got politics.
So Jesse Jackson ran for president twice in the 80s.
Yes.
I want to say like in 84.
Yeah, and then he did it again.
And then in 88 he did it. Of course, he lost both times.
Yeah.
Colin Powell. It was the first time an African American was in the Joint Chiefs of Chief of Staff. Mm-hmm. So that was good. Vanessa Williams, Miss America. That was the first time.
And she also was exposed with her magazine.
I mean, she had to get rid of her crown after a while.
That's right.
Who would have thought?
But
back then, she couldn't even keep her crown because they saw some new pictures. Now somebody lives at the White House with new pictures.
Come on now.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Won't he do it?
Double standard.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh, Aretha Franklin, in honor of the Queen. In the 80s, I want to say 88, 87, she was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And
I'm so glad y'all let that lady go to glory. She's had 3 clothes changed, and only us as a people show our feet with our legs crossed.
See,
them red Dorothy shoes. When I saw that, I was done. I'm like, come on, Aretha. Not Aretha. Come on, Aretha.
You talking about Dorothy? What about the Wiz?
Come on, now, was the Wiz the 70s or the 80s? Somebody Google that real quick. Did the Wiz come out in the 70s or the 80s? Now, on the Wiz, speaking of movies, if that was 80s, that cab scene with them, that scared me. The when they down in the subway and them things start growing.
Oh, yeah, that was
I don't understand that. I still don't understand that, and it still scares me. And I still mute the TV. But my favorite part of the Wiz, you got to be mean and green. Remember when they was there? I wouldn't be called dead and red when they was dancing, and that's what. Remember all the people on the Wiz that are gone. You got
Diana Ross.
No, I'm talking about gone, like gone. The people Jesus gone, like Richard Pryor, the lady who
Nipsey Russell.
The lady who's the Wicked Witch of the West.
I can't think of her name.
Mabel King.
From What's Happening.
Michael Jackson. Who would have thought that Michael would have died at 50?
Nobody.
He
had a lot more music to make. He had a lot more.
Who would have thought Prince would be gone? They weren't old.
No, not at all.
It's like, dang, it's like, and that's when I knew we had started getting older, when some of our friends started passing.
Right.
And we're young, like in
Absolutely.
our 40s, we're young. So my thing is, if we got this connection as friends, keep in touch with each other, check on each other, and love each other, and you ain't gotta be on the phone kicking all day with like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How's your mom?
Right,
How's the family? And then hang up. You know, if you feel it in your heart to be like, dang, I wonder what Dennis doing today. Let me call and check on him. Now, he might not answer, but I did my due diligence.
Right. And if you feel like somebody's on your mind and you're thinking about calling them, call them. Because the next thing you know, they won't be here, and then you're beating yourself up.
Yep. So let's talk about, we talked about drugs. Did we talk about drugs? The crack epidemic came out.
Epidemic, war on drugs.
Yep.
That was horrible.
Remember, this is your brain on drugs. They would crack that egg. That just made me want to laugh.
You're so stupid.
But look at what people was going up against. Even when you see that commercial, if you go outside and pay them for, always comes into my mind. That era, that time period, you had a lot up against because you wanted that. And you had certain people to go get that.
Yeah.
And then even in that type of environment, like, you know, I gotta always go back to snitching. Mm-hmm. We understood that there was morals and values even in crime.
Yeah, it was.
Like, you know, nowadays, all of that's lost.
It's gone.
Well, when you got somebody that's looking at 20, 30 years, I mean, because when you get in that room, they're going to start talking to you.
So you get in that room. I should get up in there.
You forget about all that. You trying to see your family.
Believe it. You better believe it.
If somebody hit me up today and be like, you're never going to see Greg and Jackson and Deuce, I'm like,
like, let me tell you what happened.
You want the whole story or half the story?
But you understood your place then. You wouldn't have been there.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not putting none of that in jeopardy.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been there.
Man, and okay, that was the epidemic of the surveillance camera. Because when we was growing up in the 80s, you could get you a candy bar and not get caught. But the eye of the sky gonna get you now.
And some glasses.
Do not try to steal in the grocery store. The eye of the sky gonna get you. It's the eye of the sky is in my building. But back in the 80s, you could make you a sandwich. You could eat the grapes and no.
That's funny. That's funny.
Excuse me, miss. I'm sorry, we had a moment.
Stop
So
it.
let me ask you this.
Yeah, come on with it.
In our neighborhood, what was one of the first female groups or female
I knew it was
teams?
coming.
I gotta, and name them.
He's talking about
Only thing I can remember were the United Angels.
the United
There was
Angels.
anything else.
We ran A-League, and it was me, Renee, Michelle Hargrove, Rhonda. What was Rhonda's last name?
Cooper.
That was her. Yeah,
Rhonda
Rhonda Cooper, Shell Cooper.
There's another girl. I can't think of her
And there was two other chicks I don't remember, but
Was your cousin, wasn't Margie there?
Nah, Margie was.
Margie was
there. But my, you gonna be mad, but my favorite break group, the Breakers, was the Exotic Break Force.
No, Break Patrol was the
Now,
best
wait.
group.
Who are in these people? Because I mean,
Okay, you remember Exotic Break Force was Thaddeus, it was Lee, it was Carlos Cooper, it was Sean Carruthers, it was Earl,
and
Okay,
Antoine.
and Antoine.
And we was,
they were good.
and
They
Break
was
Patrol,
the coldest.
No, they wasn't. Break Patrol, it was me, Icy Lee, which is Lee Washington. We had Delmar from California.
I got y'all back.
We had Dizzy Dez.
I got y'all back.
You
They,
got the
and
back.
wait, and they were organized.
Yeah,
Don't tell
Break
you.
Patrol.
Exotic Break
it was
Force
the two people.
had
Those
the
are the two
black-
best groups.
What about Casanova Crew?
Casanova Crew was around. Yeah, Casanova Crew was on. Casanova
But
Crew
Exotic
Thank
Break
you,
Force,
Nicole.
Yeah, Casanova
Exotic Break
Crew
Force,
was
they
on.
had the black sweatsuits.
We had the
Pumas.
baby blue. We
They
had the baby blue and
with
gray.
the red stripes.
We had the baby
They
blue
had
with
the
the gray
mind school
stripes.
to Hastings, and they would be
Yeah,
breaking.
we went to Hastings.
And Carlos
And,
Cooper could spit on his head for days.
And Lee could spin on his head for days.
Well-
Those was the two going
Well,
at
let's
it.
see who can do that. Hook it up with the folks that's left.
Oh, we can do it.
I
We can
can't-
set it up right now.
I told y'all my knees, I left them in the 90s.
No, you're not gonna be doing it. We're gonna be judging.
Yeah, we gonna do it. Oh my God. What else we got? What else we got? What was your favorite? Okay, What was your favorite fashion from the 80s, and give me one you couldn't live without?
Well, when I first moved here, I had these Lee jeans in every color.
Come on now, you sure did.
And I would take them to the cleaners and tell the lady, and she didn't know what I was talking about the first time, but I was like, I just need you to put a crease down the middle. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, okay, so just lay the pants down like this and just take the sewing machine and make a stitching in the front, stitch in the back. And I had some permanent crease jeans. Yeah. Those were my favorites.
I didn't have a permanent crease, but I think I had the two-tone jeans.
Oh yeah, two-tone.
I had the back
gray maroon.
Yeah, mine was 2 shades of gray.
Mm-hmm.
I got what I could get.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
Being.
Ooh, let me tell you, I got a picture of Dennis. I wanted to post it so bad, but I didn't want to be in trouble. He had on these plaid shorts, and they were CFMs.
Yeah, that's
y'all know what CFMs is? Look it up.
You gotta understand, in the 80s, that's what basketball shorts was.
No,
tight shorts.
Basketball.
He had like Daisy Dukes back in the day.
Man, them shorts.
That's what basketball shorts
Michael Jordan
were.
changed that up.
But look though, my favorite outfit.
Come on with it.
That's still relevant today, being that I was a breaker, like you talked about the Puma suit, was the Adidas jumpsuits.
Yeah.
With the shell toes.
Yeah,
And that's
back.
retro. 80s set the standards.
I wore my shell toes today. They looking at me right there.
There ain't nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun. What's a fashion? What's a clothing style or fashion statement that you could have lived without? The Jerry curl.
No, I like the Jerry curl.
We was greasy.
She had one.
Yeah.
I had one for a brief moment. I had one for a brief moment.
It wouldn't set right in my ass. I ain't.
It was like
fun while it
it was like, do you know the steps to get a curl? Let me break it down for you. So you got what looked like a relaxer. It straightens your hair all the way out. Then they rinsed it. Then they rolled it up. Then they put the solution on there. You had to sit with that solution. Then after they sat with that solution, then they rinsed the solution and then put the neutralizer on there. It was a lot of steps, and it would smell real bad. And then you had to put this curl activator on. And you know, if you wanted your ring, and the first week of your curl looked good. It looked like you might have had naturally curly hair. You still had the parts from the rollers. But when you washed it, it did something magical that was wrong. And then you
washed out all of the oil.
All the moisture. And I was getting
and
that.
then it took a little while to
get that moisture back in. And then what you had to do at night was you had to moisturize.
Why is she preaching?
And then put what we called a curl cap on. That's what you use to moisturize your hair at the salon when you get in those deep conditioning treatment. You put this curl cap on and you slept in that. And then we as a people, come on, let me keep it real. As a people, we would wear those things out in the street. It was like you would see people with the plastic cap on. And if they didn't have a plastic cap on, they had a comb or a pick stuck in their curl. It's just, woo!
It was a lot.
That forgot to wear the plastic cap. They used to be dry.
Oh, and don't get up on somebody. And then they came up with the S curl. It's the man's look. That was.
So you talking about coming to America?
This nickel here.
I'm talking about coming to America. Yeah, so good.
Man, so if you S curl ain't really nothing but a texturizer. It's just relaxing and breaks the curl. But some people didn't know how to do the S curl, and it looked like
you are stupid.
Duke of Earl. But oh my God, we had fun in the 80s. What about the skating rinks?
Yeah, he spoke about finding
so Craig Smith CMG said my chick jeans was everything in the early 80s.
Come on, chick. Okay. My thighs were big, which they still are, so I couldn't wear chicks. I couldn't wear Sergio Valente. I couldn't wear Jordache. I
like Levi's.
Yeah.
I had 501s, and let me tell you why I love 501s, because they fit my thighs, and when you button your button fly up, even if you had a little pooch, it made your stomach flat, man. And then the way them pockets sat in the back, I'm just gonna be real.
I had no big old giant ghetto booty.
Growing up, I didn't have the ghetto booty. I acquired that in my late 30s, where the booty came. But in high school, middle school, not so much. But the way them 501 pockets, the way they sat, and the way the shape on the pocket was, you thought I was packing some junk in my trunk, baby. You couldn't tell me nothing.
She said Cuddy skate party.
Yes. Cuddy had, what was the...
That's Aaron, right?
Yeah. Cuddy had, what was that? The Death Fest 1, 2, and 3. So Cuddy had this party when the year he graduated. He had this party, and I was in cosmetology school. So I was gonna go to Death Fest 3 because I had to go to class. I was almost at the brink of graduating. When they were graduating from high school, I was graduating from cosmetology school, and the police came and shut the bad boy down. I missed it.
I went to that party.
You might have been in college. You were gone because you graduated in '89.
I graduated in '88.
You know, see, you 88 and I was supposed to be 89. See, that means we getting old when I don't know when we graduate.
So what was your worst house party experience?
Oh, shut up. Let me tell you something. I did this new dance move I have been working on. This one, the Bad Boys came. What that was called, the Bad Boys from Missouri City?
Yeah.
They came in and they wrecked the party. But, and believe it or not, I'm friends with all them cats now. But, I was working on this new dance move. That's when I forgot the name of the dance, but I did it backwards, and he laughed at me so hard because he was my dance partner. I was like, I was jamming. No, you wasn't.
Only did it to say that and get away with it.
Yeah.
Man, we had some good times.
I think the worst one was you threw a party.
Oh, when Stigman got shot.
Yeah, we said that old party was gone.
Yeah, that was my birthday. I've been throwing birthday parties since I was 5.
Dang.
And so I don't know what happened.
That's when it started getting like.
Yeah, that's when time, because it was like on the cusp of that was like '89.
Yeah,
right. We don't have to do growing up in the '90s because the '90s was bad. That's when the music changed. It got more sexual and.
Like the '90s, we was like going into our 20s. And
yeah,
so you're grown by society standards, but you're really not grown as far as experience.
I don't know what it is that he done to me.
Remember your when somebody called your house and you had your answering machine?
Oh,
you put your songs on.
Yeah. Hi, this is Mimi, and I'm not in right now. No, let's talk about that. See, these kids don't know nothing because they got a phone on their hip 25/8. All we had was a house phone, and that was back when your mama could get you your own line in your room. Because remember, y'all all gave out my number as a contact number in case you want to skip school. Yeah. So we don't give everybody Mimi's number, and when we skip, she don't call my auntie, but don't do that, kids. But so the most we had, we didn't have internet, and I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we didn't have social media because all we had was
all our foolery would be online.
3-way. That 3-way came out in the 80s. Now look, I'm gonna call him. You put your phone on mute. Don't you say nothing. What you say?
If your phone ring, don't answer.
Don't answer.
Catch him in a lie.
Cause you can hear. Cause when it rang, if you answer it, click,
click, click.
What did I just hear? Click. Speaking of that, you know who I used to call every day at 9 o'clock at night? Brian Bolden. Because his daddy didn't play that. His daddy, like, he couldn't have no phone calls after 9. So what we would do is we would wait till 9 o'clock and say, hi, can I speak to Brian, please? And he was like, who is this? This is Mimi. Do you have a watch? No, sir. Why? Because you should. Because I told you yesterday that he couldn't have no phone calls after 9. Well, we had so much, like...
You're such a renegade.
Genuine fun.
So look, who had the party on Cook Road where the police came and everyone was going to jail and they didn't have their driver's license?
I think that was Cuddy's party.
Oh, okay.
Man, we had fun. So, if you have any memories of the 80s, post them. Let me just say this. Y'all had the hashtag I'm Just Saying group page popping this week. I guess everybody missed the 80s.
That was a good era.
That was a good
man. Everybody was posting their pictures from the 80s. I see more flat tops.
High top fades.
Oh, remember, like, we used to take that spray. What was that spray?
Spritz.
Aquanet. Oh, my God. And had that hump and your hair went over like that.
Oh, yeah.
And remember when the stacks came out? Where you stacked it up?
Stacks.
Yes. Or say you were scared to get a bob, right? So you would cut the bob on top. And it would be asymmetrical, cocked up with the long in the back. Oh my God, we really set some trends. Some of them were ugly, but we did it, and we were proud of them.
Yeah, and we were looking cute.
No. Waiting up on Saturdays to see Soul Train.
It was either Soul Train
or the karate flicks.
Movies. Kung Fu movies and Soul Train.
Yeah, both of them. You waited, especially if one of your groups or artists was gonna be on, and then that Soul Train line with
your mom.
Oh God!
I'm sorry, Miss Rhonda. He said, "Why did I trust you guys so much during that time?" Let me just tell you, Miss Rhonda.
We were good though. We took care of the house.
Miss Rhonda, we behaved ourselves for the most part.
Yeah.
The foolishness down, and we didn't have no foolishness in your house.
You remember, I was holding it down for you.
We stayed outside primarily.
But these was like two of the people that could be in the house when my mom was at work. My mom didn't let everybody come in my house when she went to work. Because my mama worked, like I said, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. That's a lot of hours. And if I'd have known then what I know now, when she put me on punishment from Halloween to Christmas, I'd have took my ass to Astroworld with Renee. And just suffer the consequences. Well, I would be good then. Shoot.
But you probably had every right to be on punishment.
Oh, I did.
It probably was a buildup of some
foolery. Let me tell y'all a story. So, we had been planning. I was going with this boy. I'm not going to say his name because he's on Facebook. But he went to Willow Ridge, and he was a couple of years older than me. I was 14. He was 17. And we went to his house. I went with him. Every friend, we were in 8th grade now, we all were dating one of them. So we told our parents we were going to Sharpstown. Sharpstown was the mall everybody went to where you just walked around and you met people. You really wasn't shopping. We ain't had no money. Our parents ain't have it like that back then.
That was our Galleria.
Yeah, that was
absolutely.
That was that's
go to the second floor and just look.
We just met people. That's because all the pretty girls lived in 80's, but they just had to go to Sharpstown to meet people from. You met people from the north side. You met people from the south side. You met people from everywhere at Sharpstown. But this particular day, we said we were going to Missouri City. Well, one of the girls decided she wanted to go to the beauty school to get her hair done. Well, we were there all day, and it was raining. So by the time we got to Missouri City, his mama said he couldn't use his car. So I was stuck out there. So I said, I said, we gonna catch a cab and we gonna jump out. And the girl that went to the beauty school to get her hair done was like, how far can we get with $1.50? That man made a U-turn, took our $1.50, because that's all we had was bus fare, and he left us. So I was like, not how we gonna get home. And I wanted to beat her up. I want to say her name, but she might be still around. So, I was fighting a lot back then, charged to my head, not my heart. So, finally I was like, well, I'm just going to call my mom. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning now. And I'm like, just tell her that I lost my purse on the bus. And I called her collect. And by that time, my sister wasn't no snitch. But she was scared, so she had told what I did.
I'm telling mama all the time.
So, I faked the tail like, collect, mama, I'm lost. Oh, my God. I knew with that tone.
I know you.
She knew. So mommy picked me and Kim and the rest of the crew up, dropped them off, which they didn't get in trouble. And when I got home, she said, Michelle, where were you? I said, Mama, I lost my purse on the bus. I'm going to ask you one more time, where were you? Well, since you can't seem to tell me, let's fast forward to take. Since you can't seem to tell me where you went, you on punishment from Halloween to Christmas. And the dance was coming up, and I was like, well,
everything was coming up.
I couldn't go to the dance.
You couldn't go to Ashford.
I didn't go to Ashford.
When we used to walk past, you was looking out the window like a lost puppy. You couldn't come outside.
Man, I should have had some signs that said, free me.
Yeah.
Baby, I would take out the trash and be gone an hour. But that was the good old times. You hung out to the break of dawn and nothing happened, and you went swimming and nothing happened, and we just got together, and that's when we learned how to play spades. I used to whoop your butt in spades. That's when we learned how to play dominoes. I still ain't really got that. We didn't really drink too much because that's when MD 2020 came out and Cisco came out and wine coolers came out, Barley and James. We just had good
fun. That was the last time you could have fun, be out, and your parents couldn't worry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not all kids do is work their thumbs, whether it's on their cell
It's hard for me
phone.
to even get Deuce to go outside now. I'm like, Deuce, you don't want to go outside? Just go. Come on, let's just go outside. What we're gonna do? If you take him outside, he want to hurry up and get back so he can play Minecraft or Roblox or some other.
He couldn't keep us in.
We need to have a block party and show the kids how to do it. If y'all think that's a good idea, go to my hashtag. I'm just saying group page.
We can have a double dutch contest.
Yes.
We can have a jacks contest.
All the games that we used to play. So if y'all think that's a good idea, and I will set it up. We just figure out where somebody gonna let us have it at, and let's do it. So.
Good.
Woo, this was good. It was a good show. Y'all have anything? Anybody else? I know it's a delay. Anybody have something to say? Just let me know. Thank y'all for tuning in. Now let me tell y'all the tea. I'm gonna have to drink on this because I'm.
Remember the Cool Cup lady?
Oh yes, indeed. Boy, she sold pickles too. What else we got?
It said your mom said you would have been living there.
Your mom crazy.
You've been living at Ashworld.
Well, it wasn't. My mom would drop us off at Ashworld and pick us up at the Ashworld Hotel across the street.
Kimberly Thomas at Pope, baby. The good times.
The good times.
It said you got off easy because my mama wasn't going. I couldn't leave the darn porch.
Nah, man, my mom. We did stuff. We had a good time. We had clean fun.
Yeah,
but so
fun.
here's the deal. So I'm sitting here. Y'all know my show is inside my salon, and I'm gonna log off. My show is in my salon. We were talking about relationships, and my client turns to me, who's also been on the panel, who's also my friend, say, we should do a blind date show. Hashtag, I'm just saying, Mimi goes on a blind date.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm here for it. So here's the deal. We got 2 teams. So Ava, if you listen, I need you to be on Renee's team. I need Blue to be on Renee's team. Who else did we say? What guy's gonna be on the team? Blue, you, Blue,
and Dennis.
Oh, and Dennis. Okay, so one team. They're gonna get together. They're gonna pick one guy. I won't know who he is. I mean, I could know him. I may know him, but
she won't know who he is before the date.
Before the day I meet him. And then the other team they're gonna pick a guy. Then one person from that team and the person they pick, that'll be the particular show. The last Saturday in September. Then after the show is over, so I'm not gonna drink too much, me and one of the guys will go on a date. Then the next Saturday, we'll come back and we'll talk about how the date went. Then after that show, I go on the date with the other guy. Then the following week, we'll talk about how that date went. And then that's when we'll decide if we want to go out again or if I choose one of them. I think that'll be fun. Mm-hmm. Get y'all involved. Absolutely. And y'all can ask him questions. Each panel is going to ask the other guy questions. And that's how I'll get to pick who I'll go out with first. I think it's a clean fun. And if I don't meet a love connection, or maybe I'll meet a great friend. So
that's going to be fun.
That's going to be hilarious.
At the least, it's going to be entertaining.
Y'all break me.
At the least.
Yes. So, thank you guys for coming through for me today.
No
so,
problem.
we got to do growing up in the 90s. We got to do that. Okay. So, we'll get to that. But, oh my God, remember to laugh. Remember to love. Remember to be the light. And always bear good fruit. You gotta stop the camera because then we don't have no camera person.
Okay.
This is hashtag I'm just saying. We love you guys. See you next Saturday. Mwah. Just hit the button. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We still here. You know, we just enamored in the 80s vibe. And this is my natural hair, but it has that Jerry curl feeling without the touch. We're rocking our hashtag I'm just saying t-shirts. I told Dennis he should have wore his wife's shirt, but that's all right. I hope she wears it and she posts it. But anyway, but I forgot to tell y'all this story. So we still here. Negroes. So it was Halloween, right? We was too old anyway to be trick-or-treating. I think I was dressed up like Cleopatra that year. I don't know. But we come around the corner, there was a McDonald's on Beach Nut and Willcrest, and these 2 ninjas jumped out and snatched my candy. It was Dennis and Matt. You know, the one that was on Surviving Divorce or Starting Over After Divorce? Then it was like, oh, That's Mimi. Give her candy back. Them nickels dressed up like ninjas and they were snatching candy. That's the 80s. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Your friends.
They gave you your candy back.
But he had on the slippers and everything. What was them shoes? Them ninja shoes. He had
Chinese shoes.
He had a sword. Candy now. It's another story, but I can't tell that one. But I'm gonna tell it Renee as soon as I get off. But thank y'all for tuning in. Get y'all a t-shirt. I got 2 left. They $20 hot. And
Oh, yeah, speaking of which.
I got you. Okay. You got the cash out? Okay, well I'll do it in a minute. But thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next week. I don't know what we're talking about next week, but we're gonna have fun because them heavy shows weigh me down. So we're gonna talk about another light show. Oh, and then, oh my God, I forgot to tell y'all. Hashtag I'm Just Saying goes to St. Louis. I'm filming in St. Louis, Missouri, and it's me and my cousins. Y'all ain't ready for that. If you think we crazy here today, you just wait till I get with my family. But that's it. Love you guys. See you. Bye.